is legit.
Is legit.
So let me ask you this before we stray away from this too much. The concept of gravity. So if it's all electricity that's causing these forces and it's all outside in, when the Saturn V rocket is escaping Earth's atmosphere, what is it fighting against?
What that's fighting against is the rotation. Remember, there's a centripetal spin that's taking place with the Earth.
Right.
And there's an electrical field that's generated from that. That's that centripetal spin that holds things inside. That's what it's fighting against. That's that electric field.
And we're calling it gravity.
We're calling it gravity, but gravity is just the effect of the electric field, and the electric field is balanced by the radiative field.
And the more mass something has, the more it gets pulled.
The greater electric potential it has. You know,
so the more
the tighter
dense
the
something
waves
is, the
are.
heavier it is.
The waves are tighter.
Yes.
Electricity can now, it doesn't have to jump over anything. And as I showed you with some of the pieces, as long as they're close together, then you don't have the magnetic field that forms, that discharge, because they're able to stay northeasterly in their direction. They're not forced to go southwesterly and spin out. Either you're spinning to the right or spinning to the left. That's the only two directions in the universe. Spinning to the right is northeastern, that's electric. If it's spinning to the left, it's magnetic, and it's expanding out. It contracts in fifths and expands in sixths. And so now what I would love to do is invite Neil deGrasse and David Tong, or any astrophysicist, any chemist, anyone in any field of science, to sit down with me and examine these patterns, examine the supersymmetrical systems that I've developed. But I want to show you linchpin now. Here I'm an Oscar-nominated actor that is known all around the world, face recognition, vocal recognition, all around the world. I've invented a new form of flight, tangential flight, the ability to fly around your own center of mass, something they've never been able to do. And you don't hear anything about it. And it's unlimited bonding. If you can go to what Jonathan Davis sent over, he's one of the other programmers that work with us.
Explain what it does. Explain, when you said flight, what do you mean?
Tangential flight.
What do you mean by that?
It means right now, fixed-wing aircraft, you can go in 4 degrees of direction. They go up, down, some can go forwards and backwards and right to left. But this is able to spin around its own center of mass. Completely spin around its own center of mass, something people are able to do it by falling, but this is a sustained system that's able to go around. I sent that other video to you. But their ability, because this is the geometry of hydrogen, any bond that hydrogen can make, linchpin can make, and what they're basically doing is building the periodic table in front of you. If you play 4 of them coming together, it's 4 like 30-second videos. I'll explain it out, but you'll see how these things align themselves. Well, this is the swarm, and they're all following this queen as a colony, and they'll do everything that she's doing. Go to the very first video, there's 4 in a row on it. Oh, that's how it came over to you. Well, let's see which one this is. This is 4 of them that's going to come together to pick up a barrel.
And what's powering them?
Right now, we're going to use hydrogen fuel cells. But I have another system, that I was going to talk about in a second. But it's an unlimited source of power. But,
so hydrogen fuel cells,
or you can use lithium batteries.
And
at present.
How are they moving? Like, what are those? Is that like are those like propellers?
Yeah, those are props. But
okay.
But that right there, what we have right there is it's a pitch. Collective pitch. So instead of the props having to turn themselves around, instead of all the props having to turn themselves around to stop and turn in the opposite direction,
like a helicopter,
they just switch the direction. So it's a collective pitch, and it changes. And so now instead of going up, you're going down.